Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CICILS Annual Convention. It is my honor and privilege to address you this morning. As COO of the Dubai Multi Commodities Centre Authority, we were involved in CICILS last year, and I'm delighted to see many friends, business partners, and of course, leading soft commodity experts present in this room today. The opportunity to speak this morning comes at an exciting time because it's CICIL's 50th anniversary, and it was wonderful to hear Hakan talk about the progress that CICILS is making. So if you can indulge me for a second, if I can ask the room to applaud for the CICILS team for a wonderful job that they've done, and if I can ask the Executive Board of CICILS to just stand up to accept that applause for a second. I can see several of you in this room here. Wonderful job, thank you. Over the next 2 days, the conference will address key themes around pulse trading and provide insights into global supply and demand, product innovation, emerging markets, and so on. But of course, this conference is also about knowledge sharing and interaction with current and potential partners. I know this because I see most of the 750 people outside the room usually, rather than in the room, so it's great to see so many people here at the opening. Let me talk briefly about food security, and I'm no expert on that. At DMCC, we absolutely realize the challenges you're all faced with as demand for food is currently increasing at twice the rate of supply. Last year's conference was certainly an eye-opener, where discussions focused on the extent of investment requirements for food security and where that investment should come from. In the coming 2 decades, the world's producers will need to feed an additional 3 billion people, of which the majority will be in the developing world. The implication is that the global population will require a 70% increase in agricultural production by 2050. So where do we stand on this today? As most of you will be aware, the pulse trade is constantly growing, but dwindling resources have caused stagnating yields. Rising food prices, extreme climatic variability have underscored the fragility of global food security. In most developing countries, pulses play a fundamental role as a low-fat, high-fiber source of protein, and therefore are of particular importance to ensure food security. In both developing and developed countries, pulses are economically important crops for farmers. Pulses are central to food security, nutrition, rural development, and sustainability, and are one of the few commodity groups that are key to the world's future. Now, I'm not about to tell you how to solve these problems, but would like to move to Dubai and how Dubai is uniquely positioned to contribute towards resolving this global challenge by increasing the flow of trade in pulses around the world. CICILS has been a member of DMCC since 2006, highlighting the synergies between pulse trading and Dubai. Dubai's large storage capacity, processing plants, and strategic location between East and West have enabled the UAE to become a significant trading hub for the agri-sector. The agri-industry plays a crucial role in the GCC countries, where local production is scarce and there is dependence on importation of food to meet demand. Today, only 10% of the GCC's food is produced locally, and imports originate from countries such as Africa, India, and the USA. As of 2011, the agri-sector in the UAE was valued at about $7 billion, an increase of 11% over the previous year. Our biggest trading partner is India, which accounts for as much as 25% of the world's output. And incredibly, vegetarian Indians, one of them is me as well, make India the largest consumer of pulses at approximately 30% of global consumption. Now about Dubai as a natural commodity trading center. As a global commodities hub, we have successfully supported the trade by providing world-class infrastructure and innovative products and services and the appropriate amount of regulation. These are key to enabling trade participants like you to trade with confidence. At DMCC, we are 100% dedicated to establishing Dubai as a global commodities trade hub. DMCC are also the licensing authority for the Jumeirah Lake Stars Free Zone. Today, we have over 125 Pulse/Agri companies registered with us, including some recognized names in trading houses such as Hakan Agro, Cargill, Sukden, Agrozan Commodities, Louis Dreyfus, and many more. Dubai is perfectly positioned on the global trade route, situated between producing and consuming countries, from the west to the east and vice versa. Dubai's cargo facilities, ports, and airports connect to over 140 destinations, and this number is growing fast. The leaders of the UAE have always placed great importance on innovation and growth. In order to do that, we recognize the need for appropriate amounts of regulation, physical and financial infrastructure, and therefore, DMCC will keep innovating to ensure that we complement other trading centers to ensure the flow of commodity trade continues to grow through Dubai. So how do we do that? To give you an example, one of our most pioneering products that we launched recently is called DMCC Trade Flow, a central registry of ownership for commodities stored in Dubai. It is widely used in the agri-trade as it enables physical inventories to be converted into tradable warrants, which can be pledged with financiers. DMCC also runs a formal warehouse inspection and ratings program and ensures enforceability of defaults. Talking about flow of trade and figures, the numbers speak for themselves. In just 10 years, DMCC in Dubai have enabled the flow of gold to increase from some $6 billion a year in 2003 to $70 billion in 2012. Today, over 20% of the world's physical gold is traded through Dubai. Diamonds have increased from some $5 million 10 years ago to $39 billion in 2012. Dubai is today the third largest diamond trading center in the world. The UAE is also the largest re-exporter of tea with a 60% market share, valued at about $48 million in 2011. And the JLT Free Zone has not 4,800 companies, but 6,300 companies, and we're growing at 200 new companies every month. This makes us the largest free zone in the UAE. The estimated value addition of these companies is between $8 to $10 billion a year. In closing, Dubai's flow of commodities trade has grown exponentially over a short period of time. I'm pleased to say our strategy to support the pulses market has been extremely successful too, and the industry is seeing increasing recognition that we can deliver real value to the industry participants. Most importantly, we are committed to continuously listen to market needs whilst creating a world-class environment in Dubai to enable you, our members and key trading partners, and industry participants to trade with confidence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, CICILS, for giving me the opportunity to speak here today. Enjoy the convention, and I look forward to seeing many of you over the next couple of days and in Dubai in the near future. Thank you.